Financial independence, the lifestyle of drinking mojitos on a beach in the Bahamas while getting a nice tan without ever worrying about working again. Okay, the reality is not really like that. And I know, because 4 years ago I became financially independent at the age of 30. Sure, I have visited tens of countries, I bought myself everything I wanted, I even took a sabbatical year, and yes, I don't have to worry about money ever again, but that doesn't mean that I stopped working. Hi, my name is Bogdan, and in this video we're going to talk about what financial independence is, how I reached it in only 5 years, and more importantly, what can you do to become financially free. Of course, all of this while you're still young, because who wants to become financially free at 65? Well, basically everybody who is 65 or older. Okay, that was stupid. Let's move on. Being financially independent doesn't mean that you stop working entirely, most likely because you'll get bored fast by doing nothing and you'll eventually start hating your life. Being financially independent means that you have the ability to choose what you want to work on. You'll have the ability to take more risks, work on what you find interesting, and allow yourself to fail on some projects without it affecting your whole financial situation. In addition, you also have the ability to take time off, giving you the freedom to travel and spend time with your loved ones. Financial independence is all about freedom. You reach financial independence once your expenses are covered by your passive income. You've heard it right, you're not financially independent just because you landed a job and you don't rely on your parents' money anymore. In fact, this would make you very much dependent on your job, on your boss, on waking up early, doing things you might not want to do. Personally, I focused on investing in real estate, in the stock market, and recently started with crypto. This means that most of my passive income comes from rentals, dividends, and capital gains. There are 3 steps I followed in order to reach financial independence at an early age. First of all, you must increase your income, or, as I often like to say, explode your income. A 5 to 10 yearly salary increase won't put you on track to reaching early financial independence, unless if by early you mean your early 60s, but I guess not. For example, I increased my active income, the income from my job, by an average of 64% per year, and I ended up earning 53 times more after 8 years of work. And this does not take into account 2021, my sabbatical year, in which, ironically, I generated even more money. The good part, you can replicate my methods as well. Yeah, I'm talking about you. The first hack we're going to cover is geo-arbitrage. Fancy word, isn't it? Geo-arbitrage. Basically, it means relocating in order to take advantage of the lower costs of a city or country while enjoying a higher income. In the end, who doesn't love cheaper prices while making the big bucks? In the beginning of my professional life, I was living in Romania. Okay, pause. If you are wondering what Romania is, yes, I can assure you that it is a real country. Now, the difference between Romania and Wakanda is that Romania is real and it is inhabited by real people and some vampires, especially during the night. But vampires aside, the salaries are quite low in Romania, so I searched the country that has the highest median salary per person in the world. This means that the income takes into account the real cost of living in each country. In more fancier words, you find this as the triple P, purchasing power parity. As you can see, Luxembourg is at the top of the list, followed right after by the US. Needless to say, I chose Luxembourg over the US as I wanted to maximize my increase of income, and at the same time I felt more comfortable to stay on the old continent, near my dear vampires. However, I did not stop there with geo-arbitrage. Even if my job was in Luxembourg, I chose to reside in Belgium, in a city which is right at the border of Luxembourg. So there I was, working in Luxembourg, the country with the highest income in the world, while living in Belgium, where the cost of living is much lower. Hence, geo-arbitrage. The second hack I used to explode my income was to focus on providing a lot of value through my work instead of wasting energy trying to climb the classical corporate ladder. Money will always follow high value, and your aim as an employee, if you want to explode your income, is to provide significantly more value to your professional universe compared to the role you were hired for. I will detail how you can do this efficiently in a separate video, but for now understand that if you do this, you just became an entrepreneur. From here on, your total compensation package will explode, not because of your salary nor your position within the company, but thanks to the bonuses that you will receive. Of course, for this you want to make sure that you are within a company which values your hard work, so choose wisely. The second step you must take in order to become financially independent is to manage your expenses properly. If you take a quick look at both the US and Europe, the average savings rate is at around 7 to 8% per year. I'm sorry to drop the bomb on you, but if you only save 8% of your income, you will never reach financial independence. Okay, technically I'm wrong. You will reach it, but it will only take you around 56 years. Not much of an early retirement, isn't it? If you are serious about it though, you should try maximizing your savings rate. Now, of course, you shouldn't start eating only bread and drinking only water, nor should you move into a cave depriving yourself from all your hobbies. However, you should have a monthly budget that helps track your money while trying to spend only on things that truly make you happy. My savings rate is just about 80%, but it doesn't have to be that high for you. For example, with a savings rate of 50%, you can reach financial independence in around 13 years. Or, if you are motivated and you manage to increase your savings rate to around 70%, then in around 7.5 years, you've reached your goal. The last step you must take in order to reach financial independence is investing. Finally, the exciting part, investing your money. Yay! Well, I'm sorry to ruin the party, but before you even consider investing, you should take care of two things first. One, get out of bad debt. Debt like credit cards or personal loans with high interest rates. Second, build an emergency fund that equals to around 3 to 6 months of expenses depending on your personal situation. Afterwards, you should start investing as much as you can. On the stock market, I invest heavily in ETFs, exchange-traded funds, which in short are some kind of baskets of financial instruments like stocks or bonds. I chose them because of their low fees, diversification, and their tax advantages, especially if you are European. Historically, the S&P 500 returned an average of almost 10% per year, depending on the reference year. However, my ETF portfolio, which is a smart beta one that is global market cap weighted, yielded around 15% per year. Now, it's not because I'm that smart, but the market was generous to us investors during the last 10 years. I also invest in individual stocks, and in January this year I started a dividend-paying stock portfolio. If you fire up that like button, I might show it to you in a future video. As I love cash flow a lot, real estate is also a big part of my portfolio, and it consists mainly of rentals which yield around 13.5% per year. I invest mainly using the fix and rent strategy. As you can see in one of my recent real estate investments, I try really hard to find apartments that require heavy renovations. After renovating them, the gross yield is usually a juicy one, as the acquisition price was obviously lower due to their initial poor condition. There you have it. These are the 3 steps I took in order to achieve financial independence before I turned 30. What are your steps towards financial independence? Let me know in the comments section below. Also, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. See you in the next video. Ciao ciao.